There he calls.
And he gets, Gio's going to get the bad news though.
Gio's down to 3.9 million chips here now. And you said blinds are going up to 100, 150, I guess.
Yeah, with a 150 big blind ante.
Wow.
There we go. We can see the next one, 75, 150. First big hand in the heads-up match.
Very, very interesting situation that's taking place here.
Yeah.
A recreational player who has won the satellite and made his way up to the heads-up battle against one of the well-known pro in the country.
Yeah. And now from Gio's aspect now, what do you think is going through his mind? How do you think he's now going to be kind of making those small adjustments in this match?
At this point in time, as I said earlier, he's going to have to find hands. He's going to have to make hands in order for him to try and collect some chips. I mean, Alan has been running so pure, and he's just continuously making hands after hands, and Gio's been finding something to pay him off. I mean, if this continues, I don't know how Gio can actually try and make his way out of this.
All right, as you can see, Alan's
there again, you can see domination.
Yeah.
He's being very careful and conservative. He needs to find a hand or two to try and bounce back again.
I mean, look, he finds a double, he's right back into it.
And as you can see, he's not taking very aggressive approach since Alan got a huge chip lead. It's not achieving much by taking those flip shots. Gio believes he's got a massive edge post-flop. He's played a lot of poker as compared to Alan. So I think he's just going to be trying to look for playing post-flop most of the time.
100%, man, and I couldn't agree with you more. It's, yeah, I'm just still kind of flabbergasted about what we're witnessing here. It's insane. King 9, Queen 4, option on Gio. 300 to go.
Gio rise. And as you can see, Alan also not taking any aggressive approach here. Alan can easily go all in here and Gio has to fold or re-raise, but he's just playing it so passively and things just working out for him.
Alright, 725 in the middle, 3 to come.
Gio got 3.4 behind, and there's the queen that Gio finds.
Alright, let's see how Alan Young...
Alan got a backdoor flush turn and
yeah,
overcard.
let's see if we can navigate this.
185.
As you can see, he's choosing those sizes.
Yeah, very small size.
He's trying to induce a bluff here.
And calls.
Oh, he calls.
To the turn. 7 on the turn.
That's going to slow both players down.
Completely.
That's going to slow them down. Unless Alan decides to
Fire.
fire.
Just, can you imagine he finds the check raise here?
He hasn't done that so far, so I don't see him doing that. I mean, he doesn't have to get out of line and dump more chips to Gio. He needs to play very precisely here and try and keep the chip lead.
He gets out the way. Gio picks up 610k.
That gets him up to 4.3 million chips versus 11 million chips.
It's like climbing Everest, huh? Long battle ahead.
Very interesting to see a well-known pro versus a recreational player. I mean, not often that happens in the main event heads-up battle.
And I'm pretty sure he did join the what satellite? The big satellite we did, the 500 round set where we gave away 20 seats guaranteed.
Oh, did he win his seat from that satellite?
I think so, yeah.
Is Alan from Joburg or?
I would think so. I would think so, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sure
I've seen him around in the field before.
He'll be pretty well known if he finds the W here. Put it that way.
That's for sure, yeah.
All right, let's see what he opts to do here with his A7.
350.
Oh, there he's adjusting now, starting to raise his aces and stuff.
Gets it through.
Hard-working man, huh? You got the big boss.
Gio calls him a big boss. That's what he is at the moment with his chip lead. He's got 3-2-1 chip lead now. 4 million versus 12 million.
Yeah. This is, I mean, It's brilliant. I'm watching it. You know, it's just...
Where is that bracelet? Is it chilling on that,
It's
that
on
little
the, on the
pillow?
pillow itself.
Yeah.
Usually they highlight that bracelet.
Just there, yeah. Take it out.
Every time there's a big pot that's in progress.
All right, queen 4, queen 3.
Yeah. Thank you.
Insta check. Somehow we find queen 3x.
She was on the button, so he called and checked.
Yeah. Ace king 5. Rainbow.
Whoever bets here takes it down.
Yes,
and then
sir.
Gio takes the lead here. Yeah, Gio knows that Alan will not have ace or a king there, knowing that he just checked behind.
Correct. So many, like I said, with heads up, the dynamic is so great.
Yeah, I mean,
It's such a
you're
different...
playing almost 100% of the hands.
Correct. I'd like to see Alan start mixing it up, though. You know, getting. I mean, like we said, he's opted to go for a bigger
It's very
size.
unpredictable, to be honest with you. I mean, he does make move every now and then. Everyone thinks that he just plays ABC. It's not the case.
Point in case with an ace king with Harold.
Exactly.
Where he just flattened.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
That's the end. King 3 here. Let's see what Alan pulls out of the hat.
Four.
There's a hand in progress. She was dominated here with 9-3 against King 3.
Yeah, queen.
And he's got a
7-4.
3 of diamond as well. There's 3 diamonds on the flop.
Yeah. Deuce on the turn.
Flop goes check, check. Turn goes check, check. Neither players are taking a stab here.
Yeah.
And then Gio finds a 3.
So does Alan.
And he might actually find a... Oh, no, he gives up. Have you seen last year's WSOP main event heads up?
Yeah, with Espen.
Aspen and Adrian.
Yeah, that tank that shook the world. He went in, I mean, with Espen actually saying that he was just meditating through the whole thing.
Yeah, and that definitely helps, eh? Because this is very exhausting and meditation really helps. I've tried it a couple of times and it really helps. A lot of the times players just gets crowded by a lot of the other players and friends and everybody else that you don't really get time to reflect upon yourself, and it's very important in this game.
No, correct. I mean, I spoke to Henry Kilbane about 2 days before Espen won it, and they're actually very good mates.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you recall that him and Patrick Glenn at Pads, they won the team bracelet.
Okay.
So and then he went on and won the World Series, and Henry was telling me that just the preparation they went into for that final day, it was immense.
But again, like here, playing it right through the day and then going on to the final table versus getting that break changes everything.
Completely. And I mean, you know, you having that first-hand experience, you know, running deep in the main event, from a pressure side of things. I mean, you were having fun. That for sure. You know?
No, definitely. At the end of the day, it was an insane amount of pressure, and I mean, I went through a lot of sleepless nights, and when I reached to that day 6. I literally kind of gave up. I'm like, I can't continue this. This needs to end. And I'm like, okay, whatever happens now.
You just went with it.
And then I just went with it.
But I mean, can you imagine, hypothetically, imagine you got to day 7.
I did go to the good day 7.
No, like you got through everything, you went to the final table, and the pressures that you were under just fall, like,
Cannot
you
imagine.
got
tenfold.
And I mean, I did not prepare much for Vegas, and that's the fact. I even looked at the schedule and the structure when I landed in Vegas.
You're like,
I mean, it was last-minute planning.
let's give it a spin. Who knows? I mean, I'm here.
I was actually going to visit my brother, and it so worked out.
Well,
Anyway.
he came to visit you, though.
No, he definitely did.
He came to rail you.
He
Here we
definitely
go.
did.
Make it worth his while. All right, Alan Young, 8-3 on the button. Gio, what's he going to do, my good man? Option.
Alan just flattered you, eh?
And the blinds
Alan's
up.
getting involved with a lot of... oh, there he finds a 3. That's what you call a run good.
Yeah.
Literally 3 outs and he finds one.
Diamond on the turn. And now he picks up a flush draw as
King
well.
doesn't
Check,
change
check.
much.
Oh, there's the jack for Gio.
As you can see, as we spoke earlier, just trying to make hands and trying to get paid. No point in trying to outplay a player who you cannot have read upon.
Correct.
Alan's playing very, very different form of poker here. He's not showing a lot of aggression that usually players show heads up. So Gio needs to be very careful, and he's adjusting actually well.
No, 100%,
He's not taking high variance pots. He's not bloating pots, as you can see. He's trying to play a lot post-flop.
Like you said now as well, you know, from an aggression factor heads up, we're seeing a lot of opens, 3-bets, 4-bets. That's not the case
It's
here.
not happening at all. A lot of the game is being played post-flop, and Alan is just waiting to make hands. He's not getting involved as well. Very interesting to see a different form of poker that's being played heads up.
Yeah, so Joe's 9-5 suit on the button, Queen 4 for Alan on the big blind.
300.
Joe's buying it up to 300 here. And
Alan decides to complete.
yeah, the quick call. Those decisions seem predetermined. Queen on the
There he
window.
finds a queen. That's what you call a run good. And that actually hits Gio's range much better,
Yeah.
being the pre-flop aggressor.
Here we
And
go.
he decides to lead out. I think Gio's going to get out the way here.
When I chicken dinner. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, as you can see, he's not making any fancy plays. Alan can get away with a lot of clubs here.
I mean, come on. You know,
I mean, he's set the table image of always having it.
here we go. I mean, it would be great to see. Great to see. So what would be like the 8th or 9th hand of heads up now?
Yeah, I think about 9-10 hands they've played so far.
And
There hasn't been much shift in chip lead. Still 4-11.
yeah,
9-3, King 8.
right. Alan on the button.
That's a raising, and there he decides to raise.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gio's going to defend with 9-3. Doesn't look like it. As you can see, he's taking a very, very cautious approach, not getting out of line.
Just waiting to find that spot. Huh?
Yeah, and it'll happen. It usually does if they play long enough.
Yeah. And then, but the thing is, you see, wow, look at
Who is it going to favor?
the dynamic. That's the thing. I mean, the longer we play, the more chances we stand of witnessing a cooler.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, I mean, who knows whose favour it will fall into. But, you know, we've seen it many times before.
No, exactly, yeah. And it would be interesting to see if Gio finds a couple chips here and goes up to like 6.5, 7 million chips, and that'll bring down Alan to about the same chip stack, and
you
then
stop
it would
at
be
the
very
hammer.
interesting. Yeah, then Gio can start opening up a bit more,
Jack 10 versus Ace 10.
and that's suited. So I'm sure Alan's going to defend there,
Yeah.
and that's a standard raise from Gio.
350 to go. Over to Alan. 200 a call. Comes along. 3 en route.
Let's see what comes out on the flop here. Okay,
Seven.
the player has hit.
Queen 7-4. Check, check. Turn.
If Alan decides to lead, yeah, he can get away with it, eh?
Yeah. I think he might opt. Oh, well, he just goes. I just did a hand reach.
Yeah, he's just playing very ABC. He's not getting out of line here. Alright.
Check.
Okay, there Ace wins. Well done to Gio. Yeah. But again, he's maintaining his table image of always having it, so he doesn't want to turn over bluff.
Give it a last stick up to the balls in it.
I think this is mine. There's a lot of pressure here playing heads up. And Alan seems to be very chilled here. Eh? He's not intimidated by Gio.
He's having the time of his life.
Seems like it, yeah. And he seems very confident facing Gio, who's well-known pro in the country. And that makes a huge difference when you are confident and you are playing.
No, 100%, mate. He's having the absolute time of his life. He's relaxed, as you said. He's and he's just going with it. He's just absolutely going with it.
You can see he's starting to open up a lot wider now. I don't think Gio has anything to defend here. And there he decides to defend here. He's actually dominated here. This will be interesting and to watch.
Queen 7-4.
That brings Gio a gut shot, eh?
Yep.
Alan's still looking hard. Alan's giving away here.
7 of clubs on the turn.
I think Gio's going to fire here.
Yeah, yes.
There it is. Once it goes check on the flop, I mean, it's very likely that
What?
Alan doesn't have a queen, and he decides to call.
Snaps it off.
There's no way Gio can barrel again here.
Not a chance.
Once he gets called, he's got to put Alan on something,
9 of clubs.
and that brings a flush as well. Gio's going to shut down here, from the looks of it. Oh wow, he actually goes for it.
Is Alan going to find the king high call?
525. Yeah, that'll be insane, but doesn't look like he's considering a call here. He's looking at his cards again.
Oh.
Yeah, he lets go of it. Yeah, with 6 high like a boss.
Yeah.
Well played, Gio.
I mean, that snap call on the turn, I think it already had Gio going, what is going on here?
100%. Especially when the flush gets there, I mean, Gio's got to put him on something. Because it's very hard to put him on a queen there because he checked back the flop. So very likely that he would have called him on the turn with a flush draw there, which gets there, and he still decides to take a shot.
You could also have some 7s as well there.
Yeah, but that he's never folding.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he does, because I mean, we've seen him make some interesting folds as well, because as you said, the flush completes.
Fair point.
So, but anyway, moving on, we can discuss that one all day, I guess. All right, Alan getting the best of it again.
Yeah, Queen 8, Queen 5. Gio's over 5 million chips now. He's accumulated about 1 million chips since they went heads up.
King 9-6.
Neither players have hit.
To the turn we go. Another king.
Can Alan fire here? Looks like Gio thinks his queen high is good here, which is... And that's a chop.
Yep. But...
Oh, Alan's going for it. And he's probably going to call. Gio's going to call here, annoying him.
in the blender.
450. Yeah, you see, Gio would have made a call here against any other player, but Alan has shown every time when he bets out he's had it, and every time when he doesn't hit he's been giving up. And that's why, I mean, it was a tough spot for Gio.
This is such an interesting heads up. I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's
very
great fun
exciting
to watch. It's great fun to call.
I mean, looking at the hand, last hand, I mean, that actually boosts Alan's confidence that he made a bluff and it went through. I mean, he's going to try again very soon.
Can you imagine he made the call with King High the hand before? Oh my lord, he'd be confidence through the roof.
Yeah. There's 8-6 versus King 2 here.
On the button.
Okay. As you can see, Alan's been limping pretty much everything there. He's hardly been raising, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like you picked that up. Limping the button and raising his big blind, you know, sometimes. Or vice
So a lot of
versa.
the hands are being played post-flop, which is usually not the case. Players are going to be playing their ranges heads up. Oh, what's going on here?
Alan flop, bottom pair, and the straight,
And the straight draw.
And he leads out. Joe.
Gio gives up, I think. What happened here? Why is Gio plus 150?
No, I think they got it mixed up there.
Just have a look, please.
No, looks like Alan's got the chips there.
Yeah, so Alan won the pot.
Yeah.
Alan led out and Gio folded.
That's it.
I mean, it's almost going to 12 o'clock midnight of day 3.
Yeah. Hello,
By
Monday.
now, most of the tournaments, they would have spoken the deal 5-6 handed and everybody would be celebrating.
But yeah, but looks like we're carrying on. We play till 1, folks.
This is good poker, yeah.
All right, King 4 of clubs, the Ace 6 of clubs.
I mean, being very inexperienced final tableist, Alan's been giving a very good show here against Gio. And look at this hand. That's going to get Alan involved.
Yeah. This could be the one that we mentioned. Just check.
Unless Alan decides to play passively like he usually does. And there he actually does.
Oh, he turns equity as well.
Wow.
He turns equity as well.
I mean, that would be proper sick if Alan makes a straight here and Gio just
If
breaks.
he finds that off, the 10 of diamonds, for example, I mean,
Gio's starting to build the pot now.
right, Alan's obviously going along.
Definitely.
He's got the biggest combo draw of his life.
Yeah. And any other player would take a very aggressive approach. So this is actually working out in Alan's favor that he's playing passively. So passive poker is not all that wrong.
All right, that's going to shut the action down completely.
Alan might decide to take a stab here. I mean, like he did earlier.
Good. Oh, he
There he
does.
does. Yeah, there you go. I mean, he cannot win the hand otherwise.
Correct, sir. Sizing? 450 by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's not going to damage him that badly, but that's going to give Gio almost 1 million chips here. I think Gio's considering a raise here.
1.5 million is the bet.
That ends the hand, I guess. Alan's got nothing to fight back with. And he's still taking his time before he puts that hand in the muck, so it doesn't look like he was making a move. And that maintains the stable image.
Very much so.
And as you can see, he's thinking it through here. And that's what makes it very different when you are playing as compared to when you are watching them. Because Gio doesn't know what he led out with and what is he thinking about.
You know, for some real way kind of hypothetical, but imagine he clicked back at Gio to a large size. Like just rip the lots. I mean, it's impossible for Gio to fold, but it's not an insta call.
No, definitely. And Gio's getting some ammunition here, eh?
Yeah.
As you can see,
Oh,
he's
there
got
he is.
6.7 million chips here from 4 million chips when they started.
$375 in the middle.
They're quite close here. Alan's got 9 million chips versus Gio got 6.4 million chips.
The battle is heating up.
Earlier when they still had 2 tables and Gio was actually one of the shots there, someone said, would you be keen to do restructuring on the final table? And Gio actually made a funny comment. He says, actually put all the money together and give it to the winner. He would be happy. And look at him.
And here he is,
Now he's
playing
putting
for it all.
himself into almost winning this tournament. Alan found a hand here.
Gio comes along.
For Alan to keep the chip lead, he's going to have to continue to run good here.
That is correct. Ace in the window.
And there he finds
wow.
the ace.
Okay.
And Gio finds a 3.
And a gut shot.
This is a very interesting situation.
Alan,
As you can see, he's taking a very, very passive approach.
let's see if he
It's
opts to lead again.
looks like Gio's strategy is to just passively chip up instead of looking for those spots of where you can get all in
Yeah, 100%. You see this check back here could actually... Yeah, you see that this could get a call off from Joe. He goes check flop, depending on sizing.
Yeah, because he's got a gut shot as well. I don't think he would call here just with a 3. But depending on the sizing, what is it? 300? Yeah, definitely a call by Gio. Alan's been choosing very small sizes, trying to protect his deck.
To the river.
Oh,
2
he
pair.
makes 2 pairs here. But that's going to slow the action down because, I mean, there's 1 card straight. Oh. But it's a very small size. Gio's definitely going to end up calling here. There. So it was a bet and a call.
And it's getting closer. The
Yeah,
gap has closed.
as you can see. And they're quite deep, so there's lots of play left. It's not very flippy. I mean, if that's the situation, it becomes tough for Gio to maneuver.
Extremely. I think maybe there could be that turn the mics off, let the boys have a chat. Kind of conversation that's going to go down soon.
Yeah, well, when they... I don't think so, eh?
It's a lot of money, mate. I mean,
I mean, if Gio didn't want to talk deals,
why would he change his mind?
When Alan had 2-1 chip lead, I don't think he would ever change his mind when they're equally.
Alrighty, 10 forward Gio, 8 deuce for Alan.
He gives up. As you can see, Gio's strategy is just to play very conservative.
Slowly chip down.
And chip up, yeah.
Knock him down from the legs up.
That's it, yeah. He's not taking any lines that are going to risk his stack. And which is a very good strategy against an unorthodox player like Alan.
Yeah, I think the party's going to be quite big after this, huh?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm on 1 million rand heads up battle.
Proper.
Not often that happens here in South Africa.
I think they might need to close off their preview for a private function. Because that place is going to be packed.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the rail,
yeah.
I think a lot of people are just standing and waiting there.
Yeah, no. It's a good thing Haggai's went home. He said, come for one last night. So it wasn't just one. But it is good fun. It's always good catching up with everybody I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
But it's... I think Gio wants to kick it off early.
No, he's looking for a drink there.
Two, please. 2 Cokes, 2 glass ice. Thank you.
No, he's just having his Coke and ice.
Can you hear Lauren at the back there? What's happening here, Mr. Cardi? Yeah, well, we don't know, buddy. We don't know. That's we only get told once the deal is made, or if not. And currently, it doesn't look like there's been a deal being made. Go for it. So there's Gareth Duncan in the chat as well, Sub G.
There's a lot of support that I see for Alan as well. They say, take it down, Alan.
Yeah.
Gio will come back. There's faith in both players from their fans.
Yeah, I mean, very much divided down the middle here, huh?
There's some interesting hand here. Gio finds a top pair versus no. That ends the hand. Yeah, Gio's taken the lead, as you can see here. He's got 8.2 million chips and Alan just under 8 million.
It's close, though. It's going to come down to 1.
Yeah. I mean, the structure of this tournament has been phenomenally good. The amount of play that took place on the final table, it didn't feel crapshooty at any stage of the tournament. Love to see that these kind of structures in tournaments.
At the beginning of the day, we lost A large amount of players very quickly.
Yeah, and then that bubble, a final table bubble took insanely long.
Exactly.
Almost 2 levels.
And then, then we went back to normality for a bit.
Yeah.
And then picked up, obviously, because, as you know, the blinds went up and guys got a little short.
And with final table, players started knocking out quite quickly. Last like 3-4 players. But again, if you look at the payout structure, I mean, there was only like 10,000 pay jump. So guys were taking that aggressive approach and trying to chip up.
Yeah, very small ladders, huh? Very small ladders. It's extremely top heavy, but again, it just makes for great play, like great entertainment at the end of it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because that was the strategy I was also looking at and discussing with a couple of mates of mine as well, is that because of the ladders itself and how small they are, you know, when the money was cash, they were making like $2,000 or whatever it may be. What I posed to my mates was a lot of the professionals that are in there are going to take more aggressive lines, like you said, and like try to spin up that stack.
Exactly, yeah. Because then you can use that stack strategically and try and apply more and more pressure onto the short stacks. Because everybody has different strategy. Obviously, you want to take aggressive approach, but also want to protect your tournament life because all the money is up top. You cannot get there by risking all your chips.
100%, man. Eight, 8, 10. 2 clubs. So Gio looks to bang out a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
now as you can see, Gio's starting to take the lead now. He's playing back.
Interesting.
Alan's calling with Jack high. He's adjusting to heads up poker, yeah.
Can you bring us 2 glasses of ice, please?
Not knowing that. Oh, and he finds a jack there,
Jack
as if he knew that was coming on the turn.
Checks over to Gio.
I'm sure Gio's going to shut down now. But again, he's got chips to fire. Not going to be wasting any more chips.
There it is.
And there he finds a king. This is definitely going to get Gio paid.
There we go. Alan sticking to his guns.
I think Gio's just going to flat call here.
It's unfortunate.
Take a safe approach.
Unfortunate time for the man.
Flat calling is the safest option here. Alan won't be happy with that king on the river there. I mean, to be fair, Alan got lucky on the turn and Gio got lucky on the river. So
the best hand won overall.
exactly.
There's a shot of that bracelet you were talking about.
There you go. Yeah, it's shining quite nicely.
It's going to be nice.
There's a smile on Gio's face.
Yeah, it's going to be nice if someone's cabinet at home.
You win, Alex. Start, well done.
I think this bracelet has been one of the best by far. Eh?
100%, man. 100%. It looks.
I think they've spent quite a bit of money producing the bracelet. I don't know if any precious metals were used.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's not my department, I'm afraid, but I'm sure we can find out. 993.
Oh, Gio finds a 3 there. Looks like tables are turning there. Gio starting to run good against Alan.
Yeah. 3 on the turn.
Another 3. I'm sure Alan's gonna think his king high is good here.
Wow, 9 on the river.
Wow.
By the board, I had a 3.
Can you imagine the large size that river?
Just as we thought Gio was running good again. And they find a chop.
Oh,
How's this run out?
that is a horrible run out though, eh?
Yeah.
9.
The only way, the only card that could get Alan to chop.
Sorry?
You need to tip your side, eh?
Yeah. And the battle continues.
Been an interesting one thus far.
Although Alan lost quite a bit of chips since they started heads up, he seems very chilled, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of the players would start tilting as they lose chips, and Alan is just composed, doing his thing.
Yeah, no, man. Like I said, he's just happy.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a 7-figure score for me, I'd lose my mind.
Exactly.
I'd be like, let's
yeah.
roll, let's go, let's play. And I'll just start doing those unorthodox things like he's doing now.
But also, I mean, if you think about it, Alan's not a very aggressive player, so it becomes much easier for Gio to try and maneuver in the situation. If Alan was fighting back and check raising a lot and stuff, it puts Gio in a very tough situation.
That it does. Who knows? We could still see that.
No, definitely.
9-5-3, 2 hearts. Alan checks second pair over to Gio.
He's definitely getting a call here, in my opinion. I mean, earlier he called with Jack high, so there's definitely middle pair. He's not giving up here.
Alright, to the turn. Ace of clubs. Check. I think Gio might size up, yeah.
And Alan still has a fresh memory of Gio finding it on the river earlier. So he might be thinking, did Gio get lucky again on the turn?
Well
Then
played,
he lets
Gio,
go
well
of it,
played.
yeah. As I told you, like, once Gio has chips, he's going to start taking the lead.
Putting the hammer down. Finish line is in sight.
And he's playing very exploitative poker now. He's already switched from playing passive to very exploitative again.
Just shows, as we discussed earlier, how those slight adjustments can change the entire dynamic.
No, definitely.
And
Great performance by Gio so far.
100%, and there's 29 minutes for the level go up as well.
So there's still lots of play left.
Extremely.
And that brings Alan down to just under 6 million chips. At one stage he had 12 million chips.
12 million. Oh, here we go, folks.
They
This
finds
is
a
it.
hand, and Gio finds Queen Jack.
I think this might be it all.
No, I don't think they're actually going to go all in here. Gio's still going to pot control and trying to play boss flop.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless Gio finds like a flush draw or something and money goes in.
Might see that 3-bet though, the first one.
Since Gio has chips, he can actually 3-bet here with Queen Jack. I mean, if a flop comes Jack high, that would be pretty sick.
Jack high, 2 clubs. All she wrote. Gio ups to call by the looks of it.
Yeah, as you can see, he's playing very passively.
Deuce, 3, 4.
Because Alan hasn't really been folding too many hands, so Gio's not really achieving much by 3-betting here.
Is that flop went check?
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like Alan's trying to trap here, inducing a bluff from Gio. There, Gio's going for it.
Insta call.
I won't be surprised if Gio fires one more barrel again on the river.
6 on the
That
river.
makes a bit more easier for Alan to call. But there's one card straight, I mean, if you look at it. Oh, there Gio gives up, and that's going to be a check from Alan as well. Oh, and he's reaching out for chips to actually... Cannot believe that he's not taking a free check.
Goes for another small side. $1.5
There Gio
million.
finds a check raise, yeah.
What is Alan going to be
That was a
doing?
great
Oh,
play
he just
by...
snaps him off.
And he
He just
calls!
snaps him off without even thinking.
Look at that!
What?
Wow!
That is huge. Biggest pot thus far, heads up.
Wow. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here.
That was, he didn't even hesitate. He just went, okay, sure ball.
And I'm still thinking, why is he reaching out for chips here? He should surely take a free check here. He's risking a check raise, and then he wasn't worried about being check raised.
Yeah, no. I mean, he goes with that small sizing like he normally does. He has been doing that spot. Gio clicks back, and he's just like, all right, let's go. Bang. I mean, checks flop. Check, or bets, what? Check, turn? No, bet, call, turn. Bet, call, turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Turn was bet call.
And then leads to a small sizing. And
Gio bet, and
bang.
Alan just called, yeah. Very interesting hand that was.
Yeah.
And that gives Alan the lead, bringing him to 8 million chips versus 7.4 million. And Alan has Gio dominated here. Gio's limping button now, almost everything. King eye still good here.
Yeah, queen 10.
Gio literally has 3 outs here.
King on the turn.
And that gives Alan a king, so if Gio's trying to bluff, oh, there he goes. Gio's going to give up here.
What an interesting battle this has been thus far.
Yeah. I mean, I still cannot digest that hand.
No, that was special. That was, oh wow.
I don't think Gio's going to try and bluff him again.
no. She's not that
Do you see why Gio's not trying to bluff him?
Yes. Look, I mean, fantastic. Gio is fantastically not getting, too out of line.
No, 100%. He's only doing that when he's got chips to do that, yeah. and when he goes down, he's playing very passively. But I mean, it was a very good play by Gio, if you ask me. I mean, not a lot of players would make that play, and I mean, Alan happened to call him off, but most of the time he'll get players to fold.
I love that play at the end. I mean, it makes so much sense.
Exactly, because Gio laid out on the turn, which gives Gio a straight, and once Alan bets, I mean, what is he trying to represent after flat calling on the turn? Gio seems very annoyed from that hand, as you can see.
Back to the flop we go.
And there he finds the king again. Looks like Alan's run good continues here.
He's probably hit about 90% of flops.
Yeah, pretty much.
Special hats.
I mean, it's so good on a heads-up battle. You hit so many flops. I mean, this is not normal.
Does Gio lead the turn? Yeah.
I think he's going to take a stab. There's no other way for Gio to win here, unless he decides to bet here. I mean, surely he knows that 8 high cannot be good, and he gives up actually. And Alan goes back up to 8.7 million. He's almost where he was.
Yeah. It's just going back and forth, and it's been entertaining.
Just a few hands ago, he had 11 million chips, and he's now back at almost 9 million chips.
Yeah.
Shows you how this game shifts from one side to the other.
But still, I mean...
But Gio's keeping calm, cool, and he's just doing his thing. He's not getting tilted or anything.
100%, man. I'm not going to agree with you more. It's just like, it's still, I mean, they're going back and forth, but yet, they're having the time of their life.
But this is a true quality of a pro, where although he's going back and forth, look at these hands, 7-2 versus 6-2. Look at that, they both show each other their cards.
I mean, great PLO hand, kind of.
I mean, it's a baccarat hand actually.
Yeah, natural 9 at the bottom there.
Natural 9, natural 8. Darren Kramer there. I'm sure Georgie is sweating it out, trailing for Gio there. They're good mates.
Like a walk in the park.
These are your pods.
I mean, earlier on when the final table just started, nobody wanted to do deals because there was 2 or 3 recreational players on the table against a bunch of pros, and obviously pros thought they've got a massive edge over recreational players. There is no point in doing the deals, and there you see Alan sitting heads up with Gio.
Yeah,
Shows you.
yeah, anything can happen, eh?
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
very interesting dynamics.
Looks like we're going to the flop, yeah? Oh, no, Alan scoops. No, sorry, apologies. Queen 7-3.
What happened? A limp call, a limp check.
Yeah, yeah, check, check.
Check off. Check off.
No, I think it's a chop, eh? 6 doesn't play. But 8 topped him out.
No, give it in.
I'm sure dealers must have been tired.
How much is
The series has been going on, eh?
So many events running simultaneously. Late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, I mean, back to back. There's been satellites running simultaneously with all these events. There was a semi-freeze earlier. I don't know if that's still going.
No, no. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Could be.
I'm sure that would have been finished because I saw there
Yeah,
wasn't
they
too
took,
many
they took the
entrances.
tables down.
Yeah,
They took the tables down, yeah. I wonder who scooped that.
no idea.
I'm sure we'll find
I think everyone's focus is on the main event. Has Alan cashed any of the other events this year into this race to the Vegas?
No, I'm not sure. We can always go have a look quickly. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be interesting to
Let's go
see if
bang it up.
Gio or Alan are they anywhere close in the race. I mean, this should surely give them a lot of points.
First time I better than 6-2. 5-2.
Gio raises with 9-4 off and takes it down. He's balancing it very nicely.
Aircons are starting to operate inside.
The aircon's starting to work.
Yeah, Alan's feeling a bit chilly, yeah. Someone told me Alan was actually in the casino till like early hours of the morning, so I don't think he's actually had a lot of sleep.
I saw him this morning.
Wow. I mean, with not having much sleep,
Yeah.
he's done really well for his age. I mean, today, they've been playing for more than 12 hours, 13 hours?
Yeah, no, 100%. So Alan's biggest cash thus far in USD is 3,257.
Wow. I'm sure he's over the moon.
Total live
this
earnings.
result.
Total live earnings of $7,000.
What's going on here? Gio's got 6. Alan got 6. Oh, they both have the same hand here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these results here, he finished second in a 15k. Sorry, 10th in a 15k. He finished 14th in a 5k and a 12.5k. He finished 13th.
Now this is all last year and like late
Late
previous
21,
year.
yeah.
So he hasn't really been playing for that long. Or maybe he's playing and hasn't shown any results
Yeah.
thus far.
But I mean, let's just do a quick conversion here.
There's a button now. Small.
But lately Rand also has been butchered.
Sorry, that?
The Rand
Oh,
has
yeah,
been
yeah,
butchered
no.
compared to US dollar. So you're doing a comparison of if he has to win 2 million. Oh, even for now, so far he's locked up $54,000
His biggest, that would be his biggest
from
cash.
$2,300.
So I mean, just look at that. It's
I mean, that's
108.
200x his total winnings just in the one tournament.
Yeah, he's gonna be about.
And
100
that's also through a satellite.
correct. I mean, he's gonna have 110 if he wins the thing.
Unbelievable story. The gut shot for Alan and Gio finds a milk area as well. 2 there, which gives Gio a diamond roll with a pair. And Alan's actually being sticky here with a 2, but he's got a gut shot as well, to be fair.
1 to come.
Alan doesn't give up that easily, I've noticed that, eh?
No, no,
If he
extremely
hits
stubborn.
something, he's gonna stay there.
What? Speaking of DJs, I don't know if you heard about that unfortunate news about the artist that passed away at Ultra last night.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah,
was shocking.
local rapper collapsed on
Apparently
stage.
he was epileptic.
Yeah, he had an epileptic fit. That's a
It's
bit
so sad.
Yeah,
Do you know if they stopped the show for him or if they just carried on?
just carried on apparently.
No, it was a massive show.
Because I had my mate was playing on the main stage. One of my local mates were playing on the main stage, and he told me about it last night, and I was like, it's a bit rough.
What time did this incident happen? No, the rapper?
No idea.
idea,
No idea. It was on one of the smaller stages. I think it was on the resistance stage or something like that.
I was actually planning to go to Ultra and decided to play the main event. I mean, since the prize pool was so high.
Yeah, I mean,
I've cashed 80,000, so I'm not complaining.
Jack 6 here.
There's 2 pairs for Joe, eh?
Yep.
Let's see if Alan's gonna be sticky with his 4.
Yeah,
there
diamond
he is.
on the turn is interesting.
It's very hard to bluff Alan here in the spot. That should slow both players down with
100%.
another heart.
100%. Looks like Gio's going to reach though.
Alan will have to give up here. He's got no hearts, literally bottom pair, and that's all. They straight out there, flush out there, all the pairs beating him there, he decides to give up. As they say, you got to give up sometimes. You can't win them all.
See, I mean, this is my personal opinion. Alan's changed gears a little bit now.
Yeah. I think Gio has picked up on his playing style, and he's just exploiting that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why. Just make this adjustment. Start clicking back again. Doesn't have to be huge sizings, even if you start min clicking.
Yeah, exactly.
Mix it up a bit. But we're extremely close.
I don't recall when last the main event actually lasted this long, into Monday already.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of years, I think.
Cool.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a great way to kick off your work week, I guess.
Let's see if there was a call and a check.
Gio finding the best of that flop.
Yeah. And there he gets it. Right off the bat. Queen.
Just drills it. Just drills it.
Oh, this has been Gio just
Gio doesn't know what to do with that sizing every time. It's 300.
Yeah, but as you noticed throughout this heads-up battle, Gio's not really making any hero calls and stuff, because every time Alan it goes to showdown, Alan just has it.
That's the thing. I mean, like I was saying, so he goes with that sizing when he has it. He goes with that sizing when he doesn't. So I mean, Gio's kind of randomizing majority of the time when he comes to that river bed.
Yeah. And Gio also has a lot of experience playing heads-up matches, and I mean, he can read board textures so well, and he's been playing great poker so far. He's getting away when he needs to get away. He's been calling off. He's been bluffing when he needs to. It's just unfortunate that Alan called him off with those jacks.
No, 100%. 9, 10, 4, V4, 3. Gio on the button. Let's see what he opts to do here.
As you can see, there he gives up 3-4. Not the hand you want to play. And as you can see, Gio's taken the lead now with 8 million chips versus 7.7.
So close. It's so close.
Yeah. It's going to have to be one of those coolers.
I think it's either going to be a cooler or they're going to discuss.
I don't think there will be any discussion.
So you're right,
whatsoever.
if we're sitting here until 4 o'clock and we're going back and forth, still go.
I don't think Gio would want to give up here. And even though, let's say they do decide to make a deal, there's an interesting hand here. 5-6 versus 7-8. Both players have clubs. I mean, if there's 2 or 3 clubs on the flop, that could get
very spicy. Alan coming along.
He's not of those to fold.
1.1 in the pot.
This is a fairly big pot already pre-flop. And he hits a 5 with a flush draw.
Oh, well, look at that.
And Gio's not giving up here. He's got a 8 high flush draw.
Goes for a small size.
It's very unlikely that flush would get there since both players are holding clubs.
But stranger things have happened.
No, for sure.
Let's see what happens on the turn. 1.8 in the middle. Bang. 6 on the turn.
2 pairs. Wow, this can get very interesting here.
Gio's picked up a massive combo draw. Ian's picked up 2 pair and the flush draw.
Gio's wanting to lay a very big pot here. He's bet almost 1 million chips here.
2.7 in the million. Oh, in the middle.
And he's bet 950,000.
If he rips it, I don't think Gio's going to like the spot very much. But
He's going to have this committed. What did he do?
2.8 million.
No. What did did Alan just flat it, eh?
No, he raised.
Oh, did he raise?
3 bets.
Wow. As just we were talking about cooler, this is the spot.
Yo.
I don't think Gio can get away from here.
1 card, 1.5 million possibilities, huh?
Yeah. Gio hasn't really used any of his time banks throughout the tournament.
No.
As you can see, he's got a pile of time banks, but this hand, he'll have to think it through. And he calls.
Wow, to
just
the
as he
river we
should do.
go. Biggest pot of the tournament thus far, I'd say.
Definitely, it's over 5 million chips in the middle.
To the river. The 9. Gio finds it.
Finds a straight.
And he's got an SPR less than 1. It's going in.
No, Alan got 4 million, yeah. Gio bets 2 million. 3 million he bets. There he calls.
Wow.
7-8 o'clock.
Wow.
That looks like the end of the tournament. Alan got 2 million chips left.
That was the cooler.
That was the money card for Gio, as they say.
14-2.
I mean, if a club came, Alan was not going away. This he could get away, but I mean, he's committed so many chips in the middle. So hard for him to put Gio on 7-8 specific hand.
100%.
Given the action.
I mean, even that little min click on the turn, we've never actually seen an entire heads-up battle click back.
That click back. So
yeah, I mean, fantastic job, Gio. Made those adjustments and just exploited.
If you think back, when we got to the final table with final line, Gio was the shortest stack on the table. He had 600,000 chips. And that shows you that you start, it's not how you start.
Yeah, how you finish, mate. All right, I do think Gio's going to start putting the hammer down now.
Yeah, Gio doesn't have much to lose here. But you also don't want to chip him up.
Correct.
So he decides to give up 8-4. I think he's going to find a much better spot than just flicking.
I mean, I probably think you start sizing up a little bit more. Then rather go for the 350.
I don't know what Alan's approach will be, since that is so short. Is he going to be starting to shove now a lot wider? Or?
I think that might be the case. But we've seen some interesting spots that he was, when he was short, he folded some very on the line kind of hands that you should be jamming with.
Exactly. He's played a very different poker so far.
Yeah. I'm still struggling.
I mean, the last hand was such a cooler on the turn. I mean, his click back was just spot on. And it was so unfortunate that Gio found 9 on the river.
I think he's going to be ripping, yep.
Yeah, that's standard shoving hand. There he goes. He goes for it. I mean, Gio's got such a marginal hand. He's not going to get involved. He's going to find a better spot, rather.
I mean, yeah, 18 big jam.
Because if Alan has to double up here, he's back to almost 5 million chips again. And
we start again.
Yeah, exactly. So Gio's being very smart about this whole situation. Gio knows he's got it locked.
Yep.
I mean, look at that bracelet.
You can basically feel it on your wrist already, huh?
Yeah.
He just needs to steer it through. See it through to the end. Jack 10
There
8.
he finds.
I think this might be it.
Definitely. And Gio raises. Alan just decides to flat.
Very interesting. Board comes 9-8x. It's interesting.
Oh wow, that gives actually Alan a gut shot.
Gut shot, yeah. Gio continues there.
I'm sure Alan will continue to. There it is. There's that.
Deuce on the turn changes nothing.
Do you think Alan is going to pull the trigger here?
If he
It's
does.
going to be hard for it. It's here to call off, eh? No, he gives up.
It would
He
be.
gives
It
up.
would be tough for him.
He gives up.
1.7 million.
I think Alan's back to basic. He's no more making any moves there. Just playing ABC.
That's it. And I think the money will be going in very shortly as well. I mean, he's just north of 10 bigs.
Yeah. Gio played a great poker. His switch gear according to the situation that he was in.
Yeah,
Very
he's
impressive.
adapted so well.
Very impressive. I don't think we've got a very long here. There's another situation, Jack 8 versus Jack 4.
Yeah.
Gio has Alan dominated here.
And he ups the call.
And he's just bleeding away his chips.
Again, this is where the experience comes into play.
No,
Huh?
definitely.
Right, to the flop.
Oh, 3 hearts and Alan got Jack of hearts.
I know. This is going to be interesting. Goes check, check. Ace on the turn. Gio leads. Small size. Alan calls. 9 on the river.
That's not a chop. That's not a chop. Gio wins that pot. 8 plays.
Alan's good. He's got the 4.
Oh, I did not even see that. Oh, wow.
It's okay, but it's super early Monday morning. Well, it's super late or super early, depending on how you look at it.
Surely. And then last night I had 2 hours of sleep and played throughout the day.
Oh, yeah, I had a similar experience, but mine was less mentally challenging.
Since I'm here, I might as well finish off here.
Yeah. Ace 9 for Gio.
And 9-4 for Alan. Alan coming. But I don't think Alan's going to get involved with 9-4 here. Oh, Gio went all in and Alan just folded.
Just 5 minutes just to smoke, that's it.
Just to smoke.
On it.
What, are they taking a small break here?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they were taking a smoke break.
All right, with that being said, sir, let's take a little stretch of the
I
legs.
think we need to do that too.
Folks, we'll be back with you very shortly.
So greetings and welcome back, Gary, back in the commentary booth here. You'll realise that the break is a lot shorter than planned. Both players have been and freshened up and decided to continue play early rather than wait around. So back to the action. Thank you very much to Imran Burjani for his contribution. It was nice to have him in here. I was fortunate enough to listen to him with some creative commentary and some great insight. And also Christopher Dean, who will be back shortly. 20 outs here for Gio, including the chops. Spoke with Alan just briefly in the break there. And, you know, he's super happy. I mean, he's guaranteed to be a millionaire when he walks out of here this evening. And he said, that Gio is very sharp. I said, well, you know, what do you expect? That's his job. If he came to your house to try to do your job, what do you think he'd do? You know, so congrats to both players for getting to this heads-up match. Well done to Alan, who's a satellite winner, and I'm sure you already know, but well done again from us on the back office here. And Alan's attitude as he sat down, he says, you know, the wheel turns and I can get lucky. I can still win this, and good for him. So I'm with you, buddy. I'm always with the underdog. Okay, so raise to 450, flat call here. Jack 4-8, Gio with the king 9, kick 6 for Alan, so Gio with a better kicker. Checks it back. Gio checks, turn card. 5.
Check.
So no help really. Alan looking for 7s and 6s here. Or as we say, he's at 6s and 7s. And that goes bet fold. Giovanni will pick up 650. And unfortunately, Alan's chip stack is trending in the wrong direction. I was just asked by some guys outside, when was it the last time we ever went to a final table? There were no deals done, and we played through to a Monday. And my answer to that was, I don't think that's ever happened. This is the first time. So kudos to the guys for staying with it all the way and giving us a good show. You know, I know it's late, I know it's early on Monday morning, but I think the viewers at home got their money's worth. Certainly the players got their money's worth, and we in the back have enjoyed this epic battle between these two poker gladiators. Flop comes down, and Queen Ace 4 Rainbow. Pair of 4s here for Alan. Both of them on flush draws there, so I think Alan is probably going to call. Hasn't got many chips behind, but maybe he'll even put this in. Yeah, he's going to put it in. Gio's going to ask for a count, of course, and Gio is behind at the moment. Alan's 4 playing, and if the flush comes, Gio will also be behind. On top. How much? On top, eh?
Yeah, interesting spot here, Gary.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find you. They decided to cancel the last 8 minutes of the break and just
no
play.
problems.
So I figured I'd come in here and jump in solo and see if I could remember how to do it. Transpires, I'm glad you're here because I've run out of things to say. Just kidding. Yeah, Gio in a bit of a jam here. I mean, 9s and 6s, that's where it gets to.
Okay.
Equals.
He's on a flush draw. It's a 9 or a 6. He's going to double Alan up here, I think, if he doesn't hit the 9 or the 6. If he does, well then that'll be the end of this battle.
I have 6 9 clubs. Yeah. Good luck, sir.
And Gio,
6-9.
ever the sportsman, says good luck. A 6 or a 9 only on the river, otherwise Alan will double up, and we will continue. And we will. A nice brick there for Alan, and Gio realised that his outs were very limited once he realised that Alan was also on the flush draw.
Yeah, the battle commences. It continues. It's not over yet.
Well, Alan's attitude is just superb. I spoke with him in the break, and he said, you know, the wheel turns. Maybe I'll win. Maybe I'll come back. And he said, it was great. He said, but Gio's quite sharp at this heads-up stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to him, well, that's his job, you know. And you know, if he comes in your backyard trying to do your job, so I know I'm repeating myself to the viewers, but just to Chris here, it's going to be a win at least one bar. So I hope he treats himself to a new lekker trip to Cape Union Mark. Shame, man. Who is Nathan Smith? You're a sick puppy. And these are the things that legends are made of, folklore. So I actually don't know what hand number we're up to. I haven't taken a note yet. I'll stare across there. Hand 302. Wow.
Yeah, we're going. We've done loads today.
We've been rocking. We've been rocking. I like the way the boys have split the players' names. So pocket queens here for Gio. 8-5.
Out the way.
You can smell it, eh? Ooh, lovely. That grin on your face, Gio, you just don't know it.
I hadn't looked. It couldn't have been a grin. I hadn't looked at my card.
You know, I'll tell you what, 10 out of 10 for Alan's spirit. You know?
Oh yeah, having a time of his life, huh?
Pictures there was gonna go all in. Just get this thing rolling now.
Remember, this guy satellited in for pennies. He's fought his way through the field of 300 and odd players. He finds them heads up against a heads up specialist and a professional poker player in Gio. And he's got $1 million in his back pocket.
I mean,
It's not bad days off at the office, is it?
no, not at all. Not at all.
And he will go down in folklore, even if he loses. He'll always be the guy. That was the guy who played heads up at Times Square back in 2023.
Jack 7-7, Geo floppy trips.
Doesn't want to see a diamond on the turn.
Diamond on the turn.
There's the diamond plus draw. Money could go in here.
To the river. Jack on the river.
Boatsville. Check fold. Sorry, bet fold. Does Alan call this off with his ace? I doubt it. He hasn't got an abundance of chips there, so.
Out the way he goes.
Yeah.
Right, Alan's got 11 bigs now, Gary.
Yeah, I think, well, I don't think, I know he's got to look for a spot. He'll be aware of that. And it's only a matter of time, I'm sure, but even so, it's been a valiant effort, and hopefully we're still in 4 hours' time, and Alan's got all the chips. There you go, how about that?
I might have to reschedule my flight home.
I mean, Gio is playing absolutely out of his skin to have come back from near obscurity. I mean, the chip counts were like 4 million, 10 million when we started this. So, you know, big shout out to Alan, and a big shout out to Gio, who's played exceptionally well.
Alrighty. Can Gio put the final nail in the coffin to scoop? Or are we going to be here for another 4 hours like Gary suggested?
Hope springs eternal. Eh? Okay, here we go. And 305, 10-6 versus 7-3. Hardly the monsters out to play. Gio ahead with a high card over 10. Check, check. We're going to see 3 for free. King, Jack, 2. He who hesitates will have to fold first.
That is correct, sir. And Gio just slowly chipping away.
10 high, like a boss.
You big one, yeah. Small play.
That cushion is rather cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Look, you strap it to your back and become like a golden ninja turtle.
Yeah.
If I was a Ninja Turtle, I'd have to be a Renaissance painter, obviously.
Which one though?
I think I'd probably go for Rembrandt.
Oh yeah. Okay, interesting choice.
My turtle name would be Rembrandt. Or I'd probably go modern turtle and be Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock shell on the back.
Jackson
Looks like someone taking a run up with the paint. Jack's here for Alan, Queen 4 for Giovanni.
He's just called.
Yep, setting the trap. Doesn't want to see over cards.
King 8-4.
Yeah, 4 for Gio, but that's it. Alan bets a bit more, takes a chunk off the top of the cheddar pile. Gio folds. And you note that at no time from the moment we went heads up has Gio's stack ever been in the middle.
Yeah.
Not once. And you know why? Because he was never going to put it at risk.
Yeah, you know, he was playing
that's classic heads up play.
Very conservatively, picking the spots,
Yep.
adapting and mixing it up accordingly.
Classic heads up play, never putting his stack in jeopardy. And if he does lose a big hand, then c'est la vie. Well, fortunate for one and unfortunate for the other. 2-pair runs into the up and down straight draw, gets it. Both had flush draws, as from what I could see outside. And just a massive cooler. And I'm sure you guys had an intake of breath as that hand went down.
Oh, no, very much so.
Yeah. We haven't seen Alan's cards yet, so here we go, 6-3. Au revoir. And Gio pick up another 400 there, so Alan definitely trending in the wrong direction, and I suspect he's down to several big blinds now. We'll get Hugo to bring us up a chip count, that would be helpful. I know it's only going to be a small one, but while TP's doing the dealing and shuffling and the rest of it, yeah, 8 big blinds.
8
so
bigs.
he's in a bit of shtuck there, and I saw Wesley Regan.
How is he holding up?
He's disappointed, but he's still 250,000 rand better off. So
yeah, no, 100%.
that always eases the pain. Help you sleep better at night.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I think Joe's going to be putting the hammer down here.
I don't think he's going to play for it all.
Nope.
I got the boss. I get the boss. That's what we're going to do. Okay, cool. If I get it, I'm going to go with it. Yes, for sure.
So the 8 big blinds needs to get himself into action. PDQ, as they say.
Yeah.
Otherwise
some work
he's
to
going
do.
Be blinded out. And those blinds come around every other hand. The big ones, that is.
That is it. I mean,
That is a fact. There's only 2 people left. One of you has to be paying small, one of you has to be paying big. And if there's only one of you left, well, then nobody's paying anything, eh?
yeah, no,
They're
it's
just
right.
collecting.
Gio out the way.
Little walk there from Gio. Let's congratulate our dealers. Done a sterling job all the way through the tournaments. And TP here. Thank you very much. He doesn't look tense, does he?
No, not at all.
TP tense? No, never mind. I'm a bit sick for this one.
I like that temp, Gary.
Yeah, it's like when you walk past the tent, that's past tense, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Oh, it's too late in the morning for
That's
that
when you have
guy.
teenage grandchildren. Giovanni here with King Jack's offsuit. Alan with the Queen 5. 100 on the pot. Alan the call. He's going to come along. Giovanni's got the option. Probably going to raise.
Yep.
There you go. That's a raise. All in's a raise. So Alan will adapt hopefully here. Next time he picks up a monster and he's in that position, he should limp them accordingly. What say you, Chris?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, he needs to find a spot very soon. As you said, you don't really want to be blinded out heads up. But yeah, I mean, Gary, he's just been playing very passively. Let's see what happens, though. Anything is possible in this game.
No, you can't get blinded out. That is a heinous crime. Annus horribilis. Not good.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is the cooler you've been waiting for. Let's have a look.
All in a call. Gio just needs to fade any ace, any king, and all them diamonds.
Yes, nice king. Classic rice. Good luck.
It is almost a fair fight.
I have jacks. I have jacks.
See what the first three bring. Queen 8-5, clean for Gio. 6 out twice. 8 of hearts on the turn. 1 card away from scooping 2.5 million, and he has done it.
Well done, Giovanni. We'll go back to the pictures. Get off the flop.
Well played. Very well done.
And we've lost the table sound for some reason. So we're just watching the crowd gather now, waiting for the presentation party to get together. Well played, Alan Young. I think he deserves a massive pat on the back, Chris.
Yeah, extremely. You should be extremely proud of yourself, sir. And enjoy that 7-figure score.
And of course 2 million to the winner. A deserved winner. I think, you know, Alan Young himself summed it up. The guy's playing well and sharp, and it's his job, you know, so there was an expectation that he was going to overcome. You know, Accrington Stanley play Man United, no disrespect, but that's how it is. But I think Alan Young will go home with £1 million in his pocket, and I'm telling you now, he should hold his head super high, and he will go down in the folklore that is Monster Jam SUNBET Poker Tour as a very worthy runner-up.
100%.
And a huge amount of cash.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be waking up with a big smile on his face tomorrow morning.
I know I would be. I'd be going to bed with a big smile on my face.
Well, I wouldn't be going to bed.
Well, let's hope he doesn't drop in the casino on the way home and lose it all. I don't think Alan's a casino guy, I'm not sure, but...
You got this. I've got a photo. Do that later when they come out.
Can we do a photo of Alan first with his winner's pillow?
We're trying to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll just cut away from this.
We're not going to get this.
So the check is being prepared. We're just putting Gio's name into that. And getting some photographs, etc.
And the heads-up battle is done. We're here with our runner-up, Alan Young. Now, I want to clarify this, right? Today, start of today, wasn't this your chip stack?
That's correct, yes. 70,000.
70,000 chips, right? Start of today. He just clarified and worked his way up to, I think, at one stage you had 12 million chips and then won £1 million runner-up. I mean, how do you feel?
I feel great, eh? Perfect. Just want to say thanks to all the guys that organized this thing, the event. Gio's quite a tough competitor. But on the table earlier, I told him I'm going to get him, but unfortunately, I just couldn't get that far. But I'm happy with the results.
And tell me, I just want to talk about one hand. There was one hand who was about 8 players left. You had pocket jacks, and Harold Brooks, I think, had ace king, and he went all in. And for some reason, you folded the jacks there. What was going through what was the thought process? You didn't want to flip at that stage?
No, I didn't want to flip, no, because Harold was getting I was getting cards every time. And Harold's a staunch old man, and he's been doing this for a living.
Yeah, and he's intimidating.
And, you know, I just decided to rather just fold it and not put my stack at stake.
I think that fold actually pushed you further in the tournament, because if he found a king, you were then crippled, and then maybe you finish 8th, you know?
Exactly,
And then you
yeah.
get only like 100,000, and now you're a millionaire.
Wow.
Yeah, but congratulations, Alan Young, runner-up, played extremely well, 70,000 on the start of today, and won R1 million. I mean, that's a Cinderella story. I'm proud of you, my buddy. Amazing, really amazing. Are we going to catch up with the champion, Gio Zanetti, soon? Just won R2 million. I mean, what a heads-up battle at the main event. Couldn't ask for anything better.
A photo with your pillow.
So that was Ian Young interviewing Alan Young. And I think Alan spoke really well there. I mean, he did say that he told Gio was going to get him. He just couldn't quite pull it off. He explained what happened when those of you were with us during the afternoon when he folded the jacks. And sometimes players just get a feeling another player's got your number. And as players, we've all got that story. So congratulations to Alan.
Close but no cigar, but well played nonetheless, sir. Should be very proud of yourself.
Well, he's going back down to the KZM Midlands with a sack full of money, so good for you, sir. Just doing all the photographs, and we can all learn something. You know, from small acorns do grow big oak trees. And he's exhausted. You can see he's exhausted. So we're now waiting for Giovanni Zanetti to come back to the table so we can complete the presentation of the R2 million check. And they're just preparing the trophy and the unique cushion. There is only one that says I won the main event.
But we're forgetting about the bracelets.
I'm getting there. And the bracelet, which is also unique, which I believe is cost a bundle of money. I don't know exactly how much it was, but it's a significant amount of money. So we're looking forward to seeing him get that well, there it is. Get presented to him. And I believe that Ian Young is coming back, and Gio Zanetti will be there shortly.
And your hand, don't you want your hand, Gio?
We'll we continue to wait for the champion to return. And I'm pretty sure that Gio is going to give us some insight into his thought process.
Only a few times.
I mean, obviously, he decided that he had the skills and ability. He wasn't going to do a deal. And history will record that proved him right, huh?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Gio thought he had an edge and exploited that.
Indeed he did. So there we go. There's the champion.
I'm trying to put his head in the gap in the check. Okay.
George, take a photo on your phone, please. Take a photo on your phone, please.
But Gio, there should be something new, eh?
What a great photograph, and another one for the poker album, huh?
Yeah, it's going up in the wall.
Just a sec.
Someone once told me if when you get married and there's a wedding photographer, take note of the wedding photographer, because that's how your mother-in-law is going to behave for the rest of your life. Yeah, so they just want to get every shot and make sure they've got 3 of everything, so when the day of reckoning comes, of course, they've got a full set of photographs.
Come, Davy, come, George, come, boys. Come, Alan. You're part of this crew.
That's
Part of
nice.
this crew.
Come on. Can I get you guys to just put his head in between both of you over there?
Oh, here they come.
Center. There we go.
I should get out there and see if I get a tip. What do you think? Well done, guys. Well done. And we're going to have an interview now with Ian Young, so I'll let the sound guys click back to them, and we'll wait for our sign-off.
No. I'm just going to ask you about two specific hands. Oh, you asked me about hands, that's fine. Yeah. Give me something I can answer. Yes, yeah. And are we live?
I'm here with our main event champion, Gio Zanetti. Congratulations, my buddy. 2 million rand. The bracelet, get a shot of that. That is just going to be bragging rights for days. Gio, I just wanted to ask you about, there was two crucial hands that I kind of watched with back there. It was 6-4 against Wesley. Yeah. I mean, first of all, what were you doing in the hand with 6-4? And then secondly, you made the 2-pair on the river. He put you all in. I could see you were tanking for quite a while. Tell me, what was the thought process on that hand?
The 6-4 was in the hand because we're not yet to fold. That's the truth. And the river, I mean, he could have made a flush, he could have made a straight. I just wanted to be sure of myself before I put the chips in.
Yeah, and when I saw you put the chips in, I kind of felt like the feeling was, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I lose this hand, I lose this hand.
That's life, 100%.
Yeah, because you kind of were like, I don't like it, but I'm calling.
But here we go, that's it.
And then the second one was against Alan heads up, where he made 2-pair 5-6, and then on the turn brought you the flush draw and the straight draw.
Yeah.
That's where you had a huge chunk. Now he raised you to 1 million. If he went all in on the turn, what would you have done there?
It's hard to decide. Up and down straight flush draw. I mean, the truth is I'll probably call.
You probably call.
I'll probably
still.
call and good luck.
And then actually the tournament would have ended there. You actually played like such a beast. Congratulations. You were like super amazing, and you grinded. At one stage I saw you over there. You got crippled because you had a lot of chips on the start, but then you went down a lot. 100%. And then you grinded all the way back. And I mean, what a dream heads up for you.
Went my way. Happens these days.
Congrats, my buddy.
Thank you very much.
2 million rand, our champion, Gio Zanetti.
Thanks.
Okay, so
we just want to do one other.
okay, so we're going to sign off now.
Take the bracelet, I think.
We're going to sign off now, but before we do that, I just want to say thank you to all the technical team in the back here from Cardstream, who've put in a lot of hours this last couple of weeks, and they're going to put in a few more tomorrow when they break it all down. To the new members of the commentary team, to the new sound engineers, etc., to Mike Collett, of course, who's always a welcome sight in the back here. We're going to sign off now. The trip will head south, and we will see you, I believe, on the 5th of May in Sabaya in KZN. Stay safe and God bless.